What's going on, Facebook? I'm back on, man. I jumped on a second ago, but I'm back on to see what's popping. We're going to talk about doing it yourself happiness. To be real with you, I didn't like the energy the way it came in the other way. And they say if you don't like it the first time, then do it again. And that's what I do. You know, if I don't like it, I do it again. It's just what it is. Like I say, I do it for the replay. If you catch me on the live, then feel free to open up, ask your questions. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know drop your favorite emoji in the comments. We're just gonna crack it off because I just want to give that squeeze your lemon knowledge for you today, for you guys that want a little bit more out of life. And this is directed basically at your happiness. Your happiness. So, you know, just a few hacks for you to be able to live a more fulfilled life and be happy with what you're doing on a daily. And it has a lot to do with your circle and a lot of and the people around you and the things that you tune into. Whether it be social media, whether it be TV, reality TV, or the news constantly, if you're constantly into the news, these are distractions that are keeping you from your own personal goals. So a lot of people also get discouraged from lack of support. When you don't have the support that a lot of people seek, then a lot of people tend to get discouraged and give up on their dream or give up on what they're trying to accomplish. Or a lot of people don't even get to start, don't even step a foot out of the door. Why do they do this? Because a lot of them get it in their minds that it's too hard for them to accomplish that goal. Their goals are so huge and so big, they want so much, but they feel that they are not going to be able to accomplish those goals, so they give up to avoid the embarrassment, to avoid someone saying "I told you so," or and you got to look over that. See, me, I was the same way. I would look at certain situations and I would think to myself, man, that's going to be too hard. I'm going to get to a position to where this is going to happen. But I really had no proof to that. So that fear was all false evidence for me. I had false evidence that something would go wrong if I attempted to make some type of move into progression. And with that fear, man, I'm telling you, with that fear, man, it was drawing me back, keeping me from reaching my full potential. You know, and it's just crazy. You have to be your biggest supporter. You have to be your biggest push. You can't sit around and wait on someone else. Like I always joke and say, don't wait for someone to come drop happiness off at your back door. That's not happening. That's not happening. No one's going to come drop happiness off at your back door. If I was to wait for 100 people to feel this live, then I wouldn't be able to receive the happiness that I'm looking for. And I get my happiness from releasing and getting things off of my chest. By being able to get things that are on my mind off of my chest through live, I'm being able to bring happiness into my life. So it has no, it doesn't matter if there's 1,000 people to 2 people to 3 people on the live. It's about my purpose, my reason for getting on this live. For those that feel that they can take something from it, they jump on. They know when they see me on the live that I'm going to give them something that they could take away from it. And a lot of people, like I notice a lot of people, a lot of your happiness is going out of the window because a lot of you hate your jobs. And I'm just going to be plain and simple with that. A lot of you hate your jobs, but you won't turn the corner to do something different. And don't feel bad. It's a lot of people out there that are like that won't turn the corner to, and that plays a huge part in your happiness. A lot of people are living to work and not working to live, and it's backwards. You should not be living to work. If what you do is draining all of your energy, what you do on a daily is draining all of your energy, and you can't do anything else, then you're obviously living to work. And that's where the problem comes in. A lot of people want to live to work when it should be the other way around. You should be able to work to have the things that you want. Be able to use that job as what I call a lily pad for you to sit for a while and move on to something else. You know, like that bullfrog jumps from lily pad to lily pad, because when one starts to sink and he's mastered that one, then he moves on to the next. And that's the way you have to look at these opportunities that you get. Don't stay stuck sinking in an opportunity because you think that that's all there is for you, or this is what you're supposed to be doing, or because you were raised in an environment that provided less, that you're supposed to have a job that produces less for you. That's not the case. Start doing things different. Start taking a different approach on the things that you're choosing to do. Like if you're usually coming home and you're a drinker, you fix you a drink every day and you sit there and you watch TV, you get indulged in the news and you let it aggravate you, and then you get on Facebook and you're going in about it, and then you create this debate between you and your friends. And then after that, the night's spent and you go to sleep and you wake up and then you carry that energy back to work with you, come back home and do the same thing. When are you living life? You know, when are you living life? If you're unhappy, there are so many things There's so many things out here for you to get involved in that could really push you to higher heights. But if you don't look and seek those things, if you're waiting for somebody to come drop that off to you, then you'll never get it. If you're waiting for someone to make you happy, then you will never be happy. You have to go find that happiness. And that's a problem with a lot of people today, is they're waiting on happiness. I hear a lot of people say, my day will come. I'm waiting on my day in the sun, or this and that. And it's like, man, that day might not ever come. That day might not ever show up for you. So if that day never shows up for you, how was life lived? How do you feel like you spent your life? You know, so, and that's the last thing you want is regrets, because you sat around and waited on something to happen in your life that did not happen. You sat around and waited for it to happen, but it did not happen. What's going on, Lisa? What's going on, Rochelle? Thank you guys for checking in, man. We're just talking about creating your own happiness. A lot of people are waiting for someone to come bring that happiness into their life. They're waiting for that dream job to show up in their life. They're waiting for that creative idea to present itself, and the foundation be laid and the structure be built. And it's not going to happen that way. You have to step out and go get it. Nobody's handing out anything. There are no handouts. So, I mean, get that in your mind. And especially moving on to happiness, man, you have to start searching into a different caliber of friends. Start searching into a different caliber of friends. What's going on, Emmanuel? Thank you for checking in, bro. And am I saying, yeah, a different caliber, different or better than, of course I am, a higher caliber of friends. You have to take advantage of a higher caliber of friends, man. Who else is going to elevate your game? You have no one else that's going to elevate your game if you're steady staying around these people who have mediocre attitude, mediocre drive, that are not going to push themselves. How are they going to ever push you? You have to be around the proper soil, man. You need to be around that rich soil. I talked about that the other day. Have rich conversations with people, meaning that the environment is rich. Your seed will definitely flourish within this group of people. I can put my idea out with Emmanuel, with Rochelle, with Dale, or with Lisa, and I know these type of people will give me the proper feedback. That's rich soil. You know, so that's having rich conversations. I joke about it and say it's a rich conversation, but that's my idea of a rich conversation. You have to be rich before you're wealthy. So having that proper soil to grow from and to become something creates your wealth. So a lot of people just dig in and notice that if you're sitting around waiting for your happiness, man, you'll be waiting for a very long time, if not forever. You'll be waiting for a very long time, if not forever, man. And your best interest is not everyone else's best interest. You understand what I'm saying to you? Your best interest is not everyone else's best interest. We live in a world of the law of exchange, where it has to be given and be given. If you're not getting the same or better from those that you give to, then you might want to reevaluate your situation. If you're always giving, and your friends are always taking, then you might want to reevaluate your situation. You might want to start checking that line to see exactly what type of people you have in your corner. Because they might not be holding you up, they might be holding you back. So there's a difference. So they might not be holding you up, they might be holding you back. Those energy vampires, that they have to be around you, see you doing bad in order for them to feel like that it's okay for them to not progress. They have to, seeing you not on your A's lets them know that they don't have to be on their A's. You know, so they use you. You're their meter. As long as you're doing bad, they don't have to do good. But that's not how that goes. Get away from those type of people. They are very, very toxic. Stay away from those people. You want people that are going to build you up. You know, that have no ill intent towards you and your project. They'll step in and be a part of your project because they know that it takes networking to move something, and they would appreciate for you to give that back to them when it's their time to shine. I just want to jump on, man, squeeze the lemon on Sunday. You know, I know everybody's relaxing with family. I just like to catch a few, and you can kind of, check this video out over the week, and just remember, man, to stay working on your happiness. Stop waiting on someone to bring something to your table. It's all up to you. Whether if you want to eat, then you got to serve yourself. That's the way it goes these days. You want to eat, you got to serve yourself. Life is a buffet. It's about who shows up and gets the fresh food first. So, with that said, man, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay humble. I'm out. Have a blessed Sunday. Peace.